I'm sure you guys are all hyped about the 24-hour Le Mans event and all the cars that might be coming in the future. So I just want to give out there some opinions that I have of some cars I might want to see or what I think would actually be in the game. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Now before I start, I want you guys to know that there is one car that is confirmed to come out tomorrow while the time I'm recording this and posting this. It is a Toyota GR010 hybrid. Now this car is sort of like the 919 in a way. It's just like Toyota's version of it in the LMP like version. I don't know. It's pretty weird looking. I'll just pop up an image on screen. I'll pop up several images actually. But yeah. There's also two different years. There's 2023 and 2022. And I'm pretty sure we're getting the 2023 one, which is a white one, and the 2022 one is a black one. All right, anyway, enough ranting. Let's get into the first car that I would actually want inside of Vehicle Legends LeMans Event. All right, so the first car on this list that I would actually like to get added is the Pagani Zonda GR. Now, the Pagani Zonda GR actually has two variants, but the one I'm talking about is actually quite different from the other one. I'm pretty sure the other one is actually like a newer version of the one I'm talking about, because the one I'm talking about actually competed in 2003 Le Mans, and it was actually originally built in 1998 and got finished getting built at 2002. Now, the problem with this car that players might face is the sad fate of this car, in my opinion. Now, the fate was when this actually competed at the Le Mans, well, obviously it didn't go so well because you did not hear of this car before. Well, this car actually ended up getting gearbox failure, like I said, after 10 rounds, which, I mean, that's all right, but it's just such a sad fate. That's my cat in the background, by the way. Although I do feel like this would be a perfect car for the event because, well, obviously this would be really cool. This would attract a lot of people to grind this because it's such a different car. And, yeah, it would definitely make me grind this game more. All right, so the next car is going to be the Porsche 911 GT3. No, Porsche 911 GT1. I think that's what that is anyway. So this car is simply just beautiful in my opinion. I know we already have 3 Porsches in this game, 3 Porsches in the Le Mans event in this game, but it's okay. I mean, if we don't really think about it, we can probably slide in another one. Plus, this Porsche is probably one of the most legendary out of every single one in this event in my, eyes. So, yeah. Now, for the price, I don't even know, to be fair. Maybe the same price, if not a little bit more than the 917K. Yeah. This car would just be fitting, in my opinion, because, I don't know. It would just be fitting in my collection. The next car we have is actually a combination of 2 cars, and I don't really know whether or not which car would be better, but I'll just suggest 2 of them. It's the McLaren 720S GT3 and the McLaren 720S GT3X. Now, the biggest difference between these two is that one of them is carbon, which is the GT3X, and one of them isn't, which is a GT3. And both of them were made in different years. I'm pretty sure the GT3 was made in 2016 or something, while the GT3X was made years later. Don't quote me on that though. Now, honestly, to make it more fitting, I think the GT3 would be better because you can actually put decals on this, while on carbon fiber it looked a little bit weird. But I don't know, maybe they will add the GT3X. I just feel like the GT3 would be a more suiting car for this role. Now for the price, I would say maybe, that voice cracked. I would say maybe around the same price as the Ford GT LM GTE, which seems fair because obviously they're both pretty much the equal class and stuff like that. So the next car I think they should add is going to be the Lotus Evija X. Now you might ask me, well, Dex, this is a Pikes Peak car. Yeah, I know that, buddy. But wouldn't this be fun in the game still? I don't think every single car in this Le Mans event, I mean, even participating in the Le Mans, I could be wrong though, I don't know. But all I know is that this would be a pretty cool car at the event nonetheless. So, yeah. Now for the price of this car, I would say probably equal amount to the 919, maybe a little bit cheaper, and it has to be really good handling because a Evija X has this big old spoiler in the back. It's kind of hideous when you first look at it, but you'll get used to it. I got used to it. All right, so the next car is pretty obvious, and this is one that's a fan favorite. The McLaren F1 GTR or the McLaren F1 GTR Longtail. So both of these cars are hugely suggested because obviously they're F1s. The McLaren F1 is one of the most glazed cars, and honestly, there's a reason behind it, but these cars, like, I don't know whether or not which one would come in the game, but me personally, I would love to see the F1 GTR Longtail have some light, because the F1 GTR with, like, the livery would look kind of weird in my opinion. I just don't like it with the livery. While with the Longtail, I mean, yeah, it explains itself. Maybe, just maybe, this is an idea. Maybe we can have it so we can have different liveries on it. So, like, there'll be different, like, I don't know, because there's so many liveries with the F1 GTR Longtail that I can't pick one out. Maybe like the checkered one. I'll show that one on the screen too. The price would really depend on which car is getting added. So the F1 GTR would be around probably the same price or a little bit cheaper than the 917K, and the F1 GTR Longtail would be much more expensive than the 917K, like maybe 100K. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can drop down your suggestions down below. I didn't get every single thing I wanted, but that's mostly because I wanted to make this video kind of short but sweet. Hopefully these cars come, especially that Pagani Zonda GR. That's my favorite car that I've listed. So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next time.